Hello, are you tired of trying every diet and exercise routine under the sun without any long-term success? Or maybe you get success for a short time before the weight goes back on. Do you find yourself looking for the latest easy solution for weight loss, only to be disappointed with the results, and maybe with yourself too? But there are tactics you can use to help get that weight off naturally and permanently without stress. In this video, I'm going to share 3 surprising approaches with you. They're all backed by scientific research. No fluff, no mad ideas, but 3 tips where we have scientific evidence that they work. I'm Thriving Jane. I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert. I just like to read the scientific research about what works. Then I like to share it with everyone else. On this channel, I offer you research-based, factual information in a way that's easy and quick to understand. This particular video will give you 3 tips you can apply immediately. I wonder if you'll be like me and be really surprised about tip 2 and 3. If you listen to the end, you'll find out how to get another 18 tips completely free. Let's get started. Tip number 1. This is the variety effect. Most of us live with other people, and even if you don't buy unhealthy things for yourself, you may feel pressurized into buying them for other people. Or maybe the other people in your house are bringing things in that you desperately want not to eat, and also desperately want to eat. This tip is for you. Research has shown that if you have lots of different flavours of a favourite product available, you're likely to eat more. Say you have 3 containers of ice cream in your freezer. They each have a different flavour. You open the door, look at the flavours, and have some of one flavour. But somehow, those other 2 flavours call you back. You want to eat those too. You may resist the temptation, but you're putting yourself in temptation's way. Why make it harder for yourself? If the 3 containers have the same flavour, you're scientifically less likely to go back and have more. Laura Wilkinson, a lecturer in psychology, asked 2 groups of volunteers to decorate Christmas trees and gave them chocolates to snack on. Sounds like my sort of research project. I'd volunteer for that one. I guess you would too. One group had a bowl that contained chocolates that were all the same. The other group had a bowl with a variety of chocolates in it, so soft centres, hard centres, nuts, soft strawberry flavours and so on. The group that had the variety bowl ate more chocolates during the experiment. You can find the research links in the video description. So, reduce the amount of variety you have to things you don't want to eat by only one type of crisps or chips, or one type of donut. If you're trying to cut back on alcohol, only have one type of beer or one type of wine or spirit. If you have teenage children, the availability of snacks can be particularly difficult for you. Could you agree with your kids that they only have their favourite flavour of their favourite snack? Remember, you'll be doing them a favour too, as it could mean they eat fewer unhealthy snacks, at least at home. Limiting your options can mean you eat less, by only a limited variety of snacks and treats. That way, you may open the fridge or cupboard door and not want to eat anything that's there. You may feel all the options are boring. You may still end up eating something, but there is a chance you'll get just sigh and shut the door. At the very least, you're likely to eat less. It may not work every time. You may go back and scoff the lot, but it will almost certainly work some of the time. So the message here is decrease the variety of foods that you have that you don't want to eat. This works in the opposite way too. If you're trying to eat more healthy foods, have a larger variety available. For example, have a lot of different types of fruit available to increase the amount of fruit that you are likely to eat. I love this particular hack because it helps you eat less unhealthy food and eat more healthy food. A really positive approach to healthy eating and weight loss. If you're enjoying this video, please like or subscribe, or even both. really is important to me. Tip number 2 can be summarised as make a new habit, any habit. When you think about changing habits in relation to losing weight, you probably think about habits related to weight management. No food after a certain time in the evening, 1 biscuit instead of 2 with your morning coffee, that sort of thing. But an interesting study by Gina Cleo of Bond University in Australia showed that changing any small habit can help you lose weight. She recruited 75 overweight participants and randomised them into 3 groups. One group was taught about making new habits to do with weight management. Another group was encouraged to form new habits, but these were ones not specifically related to weight loss. The third group was a control group, so no intervention at all. The first group was asked to follow a programme that focused on forming habits centred around healthy lifestyle. The group was encouraged to incorporate 10 healthy tips into their daily routine, so they became second nature. They were encouraged to create healthy new habits that have an obvious connection to weight loss. The second group was sent a text message with a different task to perform every day. These tasks were focused on breaking usual routines. They included things such as drive a different way to work today, or listen to a new genre of music, or write a short story. You may be surprised at the results. I was. After 12 weeks, the 2 groups had lost on average of 3.1 kilograms. That's nearly 7 pounds. More importantly, after 12 months of no intervention and no contact from the researcher in that time, they'd lost another 2.1 kilograms on average. That's just over 4.5 pounds. It's not clear what is going on here with the second group. It may well be that changing habits gave the participants a sense that they were more in control of their life, and so that they felt that they would be more successful at changing weight management habits. They became more powerful in their own lives. What we do know is that it works. It could be fun too, doing all these small, different changes. Tip 3, should you share your weight loss goals with other people? You're probably thinking the answer is, of course, yes. Making goals public is an obvious way to increase your accountability. All over the web, there are blogs and videos about this. People include it in self-improvement books. But what does the research evidence say? Surprisingly, it doesn't agree. A research project looked specifically at this. Participants who were signed up to an online weight management service took part in the trial. One group took part in the online course but had to nominate a friend or family member to keep track of whether they had met their weight loss goals or not. So this is the sharing group. Another group was the control group, who just took part in the online course. After 12 weeks, the group that didn't share their weight loss goal lost on average 2.2% of their initial body weight. The group that was asked to share their goals with friends or family lost on average 1.1% of the initial body weight. So the non-sharers lost twice the weight of the sharers. That's quite a difference. Makes you think, doesn't it? The researchers aren't sure why that happened, but suspect it may be that the involvement of friends or family may act as a substitute for the individual's own efforts at self-discipline. Somehow, the participants unconsciously put the responsibility onto the person they've told about their goals. I know that seems a bit mad, but sometimes the mind works in strange ways. Another possibility is that sharing their goals led to extra stress. People felt they were going to be judged. We know that stress can lead to most of us reaching for high-calorie comfort food. Another study from New York University looked at students sharing study goals. It found similar results. Not sharing the study goals led to better outcomes. These researchers came up with a slightly different explanation for what was going on. They thought the reason may be that telling people what you want to achieve creates a premature sense of completeness. The participants felt they didn't need to do much. The effort had gone into sharing the goal. They could sit back and relax. We may not know for certain why, but research definitely suggests sharing goals doesn't necessarily work to your advantage. So the conclusion here is that it may not be a good idea to share your weight loss goals with others. Talking of sharing, please share this video with anyone who needs this sort of practical help. I think they'll thank you. So that's 3 tips, a quick summary for you. Reduce the variety of unhealthy foods and increase the variety of healthy foods. The second one is change your habits, any habits. And the third one is to think carefully before sharing your goals. Remember, I promised you no fluff or mad ideas. Instead, I'd give you information backed by research. If you want to learn more about the research, the references are in the video description. If you'd like to get another 18 hacks for free, that link is in the description too. These tips come from my book, 190 Weight Loss Hacks, How to Lose Weight Naturally and Permanently Without Stress. If you want to buy the book, it's available on Amazon, Audible and iTunes, or you can order it through bookshops. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed sharing these tips with you. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. It means such a lot to me. And please comment if you decide to try any of these tips. I hope you will give them a go.